Welcome, everybody. We are Marvelous Musing. I'm Agraj.
I'm Naranjan.
Can
Today
say,
we have
hey.
a special guest.
What's up?
Go ahead and just ruin my intro there. Okay. Yeah, I know. Hi, Visal. Welcome to the show. Today we are going to be talking about time travel in the MCU. Time travel, the concept of time, what it means, what implications it has for the show, and all that.
Oh yeah, Natty's not here today.
Oh yeah, that too. He didn't want to talk about time travel. Wasn't into
Wow.
it.
No, he didn't want to record an episode with us all.
Bro, Aditya and I go way back, bro. Back
so
in
mean,
sixth
dude.
grade.
Time travel in the MCU is, suffice to say, a little bit of a mess. There's been a lot of, sort of glimpses that we've seen of time travel throughout the shows, the movies, all that. You see it in shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You see it you saw it in Endgame, Doctor Strange. And it always seems like there's different rules depending on what movie or TV show you're in. So, like, for example, we know that what happens with time travel is that when you create a new timeline because of a change happening in the past, it splits off, and from there's a new timeline. It doesn't actually affect your own time.
The
Basically creating.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
The past. Yeah. Go on, Visal.
So the ancient one says whatever you change in the past, it doesn't affect the future. It just creates another timeline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing I don't understand is like how the multiverse began in Loki.
Mhm.
So does that mean the ancient one always knew the multiverse existed, or she didn't just bother mentioning it out to Strange or anything?
So
I think she already knew that the multiverse existed. But in the point where we see her in Endgame, I think she's just explaining how time travel works and how taking one Infinity Stone might cause chaos and make it lead to a new branch reality. But other than that, I think she already knew the multiverse existed since she was explaining to Doctor Strange in the actual Doctor Strange movie, right?
I think she knows the multiverse was gonna exist because she knows what's gonna happen, right? Because she knew when Hulk visited her back in New York, she knew that you're about 5 years too early. So I think she knows the multiverse was gonna exist. I don't think the multiverse necessarily existed at that time.
Yeah, and the ancient one, I mean, the ancient one is the ancient one, super old, over 1,000 years. Obviously has a lot of experience about and knowledge about the world. So it would make sense that the ancient one has knowledge of the MCM, the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, and all of the other parallel universes that possibly exist. So it's also possible that she used the time stone to see those. The time stone also has some rules that are a little bit messy and confusing at times. We see it. We know that it can sort of change time on a local basis, which is how Doctor Strange is able to bring people back from the dead, or even Thanos was able to bring Vision back from the dead just so that he could kill him again. It has some weird, strange rules because we know that time travel is in one way, it splits off, creates new branches, but then at the same time, you have time travel in the sense that you can reverse time at a local point, one specific point. So any comments on that? That's a little confusing to me too.
I feel like most of the confusion is because the writers don't really talk to each other. And maybe
right.
It's just due to they have different writers and different shows. I feel like shows that mainly focus on time travel tend to do a better job. Rather than in Endgame, it's they really filled it in 5 minutes how it all works. So I feel like it was a bit rushed and they didn't really explain it well to the audience.
Right.
In Endgame, if it was just what it's like in Endgame, where you have multiple branches splitting off, it kind of makes sense, in theory that because the butterfly effect paradox in time travel in real life, that doesn't make any sense. It's a paradox for a reason. Changing events in your past affects your future. For that reason, branching off timelines makes sense. And that's why I think Endgame does a good job of that. But if it was just Endgame, it would work. With all these different shows and movies having different rules for time travel, it gets a little bit confusing and clunky at times.
And that's why those shows are non-canon.
Yeah, that's why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not non-canon now.
Did they confirm it?
I don't think they've necessarily confirmed it, but it might as well be because I don't remember everything that happened in season 5.
No, but I remember watching one scene where they mentioned Thanos and the end of a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season was what led up to Age of Ultron with Sokovia and everything.
Yeah, it was. I think up till season 3, season 4, everything was normal. And then season 5, what happens is they actually travel to the future. 2091, and they find out Earth is destroyed.
Probably not canon then, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's canon anymore.
All right, I'm gonna fix everything. Let's just say it is canon, but it happens in an alternate universe.
There you go.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, because the multiverse, right? Maybe.
The
Yeah,
multiverse
multiverse
exists.
happening.
Agents of Shield is in another universe confirmed.
Exactly.
There we go. Sick.
Are we gonna talk about the?
Hi. At this point to the video, a lot of you might be wondering, why are we talking about the leaked No Way Home trailer? That's because we released this episode before the trailer release and did a breakdown on it. And yes, we did watch the leaked trailer. This is because we've been spending months begging Marvel to release the No Way Home trailer, which made us really desperate, so once the leak showed up, we immediately watched it. So if anything, this is all Marvel's fault. Now don't judge us. Love you, bye.
No Way Home leak trailer.
Oh,
'Cause
dude,
that's,
I love.
that's kind of
I'm so
insane.
excited about this.
All right, yeah, let's talk about it. So if you guys don't know already, there have been some leaks about No Way Home regarding the trailer, the teaser trailer that's supposed to drop. So Visal, you seem very excited to talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am
So
too.
it pretty much confirms what we've been like all like there's been like previous leaks about the entire plot. So what happens is basically in the trailer, everyone finds out who Peter Parker is, and he goes for Strange for help to like help cast a spell so that everyone forgets Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but even his friends would forget. So that's something Peter doesn't want. And I think the spell goes wrong or something, and that causes like I know that's something causing the multiverse because I heard him mention the multiverse once. And like then we see like the villains. So we saw Sam Raimi's Doctor Octopus coming back. We saw Andrew Garfield's Electro, and we also saw Green Goblin coming. So that's pretty.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
that little bomb that he threw. That
Yeah, there was
pretty
also
nice.
leaked set images of them of
Right.
Green Goblin and stuff
Dude,
like that.
oh my God, they're so bad at keeping this secret that they're doing a multiverse thing, right? Oh my God.
Yeah, and I mean, the reason we're actually talking about this in this episode even is because the multiverse and the time and time travel and the timeline go hand in hand in the Marvel universe. As we mentioned in the previous episode, it's sort of like
Right.
they're one and the same almost. Like different timelines equal different universes. So it's really interesting to see how this plays out in No Way Home with all these different characters coming back. I'm certainly really interested in seeing that.
Do you think you think it's still gonna happen with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
I
I'm very hopeful
I truly hope so. Yeah.
because personally, I like both Toby and Andrew Spider-Man much more than Tom Holland's.
I think Andrew was a really good Spider-Man.
Yeah,
but
he
Peter-
is very underrated. It's just
Yeah.
he was a really great actor to play Spider-Man. He
Mhm.
even looks like Peter Parker
the
from the
movies
comics, right?
weren't that bad, to be
They
honest.
weren't that bad.
Yeah,
But
they
the
weren't.
script is what it's. I think people can't say the script is necessarily good, but I think a lot of people are also comparing to the fact that comparing to Toby's time as Spider-Man, how his scripts were much better, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they were comparing Andrews to Toby's a lot, which created all this conspiracy that the Mark Webb Spider-Man movies are all trash and stuff like that, right?
I also wanted to see like pretty much how like Andrew would finish off because he's like probably been like the most damaged Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everyone he loved had been dying. So I just wanted to see like how would be in the third movie. Would he be like depressed and like how would he react? Because
Exactly,
it seemed
right.
like that he was like pretty much emotionally broken because everything he loved for, the father died, his girlfriend died. I don't know how he's gonna react.
He could have more opportunities as Spider-Man because Toby's Spider-Man, I believe he had a fairly good ending as Spider-Man. Andrew basically got done dirty, and
Yeah.
I think he's going to be able to have more opportunities as Spider-Man to tell alternate universe stories with Andrew Spider-Man, along with having Tom Holland as still existing as Spider-Man in the MCU, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
if they were gonna in the MCU, there wouldn't really be space for 3 Spider-Man. I feel like at least one of them are gonna die.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind. Actually, like if they did a really good, like proper send off for one of the characters, I don't think I would mind that. Like that way, there would be a sense of finality to the situation at least.
Like this is, I feel like if like none of this could happen, like this is all like speculation.
Yeah.
None of them's gonna appear. Like I feel like I feel like No Way Home just got hyped. I don't even know why it got hyped up so much. It's just like I feel like it was just like a random fan theory that just blew up and everyone was just hoping it. And like I think there's just too much hype for the movie. I'm excited for the movie, but I think a Spider-Man movie like this should not have that much like to begin with. We're like expecting too much, and I
Mhm.
feel like it's kind of like guaranteed at the point that we'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
It
Just
is
like-
very possible. There are a couple things that there's the whole issue with multiple villains in a movie, for example, which was
Yeah.
the issue with Sam Raimi's third movie.
Like Marvel
Um,
isn't known for having good villains. Besides Thanos, I feel like a lot of the villains haven't been that great.
Trying to think of some good villains from Marvel. I mean, yeah, when I think of Marvel, I don't think that the villains are phenomenal. I think, oh yeah, great heroes, fun
Yeah.
storylines, but I don't go, oh, the villains are what draws me in.
Only villains that people actually remember is Thanos. The rest are just super forgettable. Like Killian
Yeah.
from Iron Man 3.
We don't
the
talk
fake
about him. We
Mandarin.
don't talk about him.
We don't talk about
So
him.
forgettable.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of scope for the MCU with in terms of time travel, what the new Spider-Man film could mean, considering it's going to be the first time we see the multiverse in action. Really, like Loki just gave us a quick look at it.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first time we may actually see people from other universes interact with the characters from our own universe.
Who knows? Deadpool might actually join the MCU.
If
Right.
Deadpool is in No Way Home, that'd be the funniest thing ever. No one
Like
would
a small
expect it,
little
but
cameo.
Mhm.
I mean, Doctor Strange, if you think about it, is this Marvel Phase 5 or something?
this is Phase 4.
He's been in like what, half the movies of Phase 5? WandaVision. No, not WandaVision. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse, Far From Home. And I think there's one more. He's
Which
appearing.
one? Which one?
I think it's just WandaVision stuff like that. So I want to see like how
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is gonna go from No Way Home to helping out Wanda.
Yeah,
You
I
think
mean,
he'll be back to
Doctor
back,
Strange
or-
is my favorite hero, as evidenced by this. But yeah, no, I'm really
Oh.
excited for where they're gonna go with the character in the future as well. I really love the idea of time travel and time.
Same.
I think it's such an interesting concept, and there's just so much to discuss about it. And the
And the
MCU gives you
multiverse
that.
as well, right? With like
Yeah.
Marvel has like infinite possibilities, especially with the multiverse.
Mhm.
And like now that they're like introducing the Celestials and the Eternals,
Right.
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's,
that-
it's pretty crazy. Do you see the
Mhm.
Celestial? What it looked
Yeah,
like?
yeah,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Dude,
The
a dude was
Eternals
holding
is
a
re-
a dude
Right,
was
yeah.
holding a universe in his hands.
we have a Superman in the MCU now.
I at least I hope that Doctor Strange will I mean it seems like they're heading in that direction where Doctor Strange will play some sort of like mentor role for Peter after Iron Man sadly died. So I'm hoping that Doctor Strange will sort of be there, or maybe Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, like we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah.
That could also be it.
Yo, I swear, dude, everybody's gonna be pissed off if Andrew and Toby just don't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm a little worried about like getting my hopes up. I don't want another Ralph Boner.
Yeah,
That was so stupid, bro.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Like
Marvel
I
just
was
really-
so hyped when Quicksilver, like that was something no one expected out thin there. I feel like it's probably something to do with like contracting issues or something.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a theory going on. We addressed this in the previous episode, like how now that they've introduced variants and multiple realities, right? There's been a theory like Chris Evans Captain America and Chris Evans Human Torch are variants. Killmonger's Human Torch and Killmonger.
I mean,
in the MCU is
anything,
a
like pretty
variant,
much
stuff like
everything
that.
we say is
Yeah,
confirmed.
anything is
The
possible.
multiverse.
Right.
Actually,
And-
yes, multiverse means everything is possible because everything is happening at the same time.
Anything could
And
happen.
because of this,
Yeah.
we might see Evan Peters actually as Quicksilver in the MCU soon. Perhaps
We could.
It's a
We-
theory.
Imagine how cool the Quicksilver scenes would be with like Marvel taking over with like the CGI and everything.
I know, right? It'll be lit.
Yeah. Okay. Quick question. What are your theories on how after the time heist in Endgame went down, Captain America had to like go back. He had to return all the stones back to their original times. So no one exactly knows how he did it. That's never explained. All we know is that he did it, and then he ended up on that park bench. What do you guys think he did to get them back? Like,
Returning. I feel
Yeah.
like half the stones weren't that hard,
Mhm.
but I feel like the most interesting one we all know is him meeting the Red
Skull.
Skull.
yeah,
That would have been insane. Also, I feel like a weird one would be returning the reality stone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is
You
he
have
gonna
to-
inject it back into
Jane, yeah,
Jane Foster? Oh yeah, Jane Foster's becoming Thor. I forgot to talk about that as well.
yeah, that's interesting.
right.
But it's no, I just see my personal theory is that Steve didn't actually like travel back in time at all. He just let those parallel universes die out. And he basically just went around the house, got some quick prosthetics done to make himself look old, and then he like just pretended to be old, give the cat because he didn't want to be Captain America anymore. He just decided to quit. basically.
No way.
Yeah, no, that this is my theory. Yeah, he just quit the job right then and there. He
That's
didn't want to do
not.
it anymore.
That's not such a That's not something he
That's
would do.
not
Though.
a-
He was bored.
That's-
His friend died. He
That's
didn't want to
so
do
out
it
of character,
anymore.
though.
That's so out of character, dude.
Nah,
My God.
you just don't want to believe the truth. It's fine. It's fine. You know, technically in one universe that would have happened. We
Oh
see
yeah,
that.
let's talk about what if. I didn't like episode 1, if I'm being honest. but
Episode 1 was all right, I would say.
episode 2
a
was
banger.
way better, bro. When I saw you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
watched, yeah, dude, when
Yeah.
Thanos came up, oh my god, and the
It's
fact
like-
that it's the original voice actors, besides
Drax.
Yeah. No, I think Drax. I think it's just Iron Man.
No,
Because Iron
no,
Man's
Drax wasn't the same voice actor.
Oh, Dave Bautista wasn't Drax.
No, that wasn't him.
Yeah.
It's confirmed. He was supposed to voice Drax, but he didn't.
I love it. I love how like he's just everything who Star-Lord isn't.
Oh yeah, I love T'Challa
Yeah.
Star-Lord much better than what Peter Quill is.
Episode 2 was way better.
Mhm.
He made
But-
the Ravagers a force for good and everything.
Yep.
You know, I think that's what's cool about What If. It just really lets you explore all the other possibilities out there and see everything and it's all because of time travel in the end of the day, because there must have been some small change in the timeline there that made it so that everything could happen after that. But the point is that I like how I do kind of enjoy how the Marvel Cinematic Universe uses its multiverse based on time travel. So small changes in the timeline that are different to the ones we know cause different sort of occurrences or cause different sort of events to happen.
Also, one thing about what's the place called where they're sent, like all the variants?
The TVA.
No, not the TVA, like the pit they were sent, like the place where with
what was it
Annihilus.
called?
I forget when they're pruned.
When we're Annihilus.
Search it up quick.
Because I was gonna talk about how we saw Throg there.
Oh yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah.
and
dude.
if all Lokis were mentioned there, how did Throg get there? Does it like? I think it was
No,
just
it's
like.
not, it's not necessarily all Loki. It's just all variants that were pruned in general.
Yeah, I think that was cool, and like the amount of Easter eggs in that episode was insane with the Thanos copter, bro.
Yeah.
That was actually
Yes,
hilarious.
I was when I was watching Endgame, I was really disappointed that Thanos copter didn't make it to the movie. But now, dreams have been fulfilled.
We actually saw the Living Tribunal. You know that, right?
When was that?
In Loki, the search up Loki Living Tribunal, you can see the head of the Living Tribunal.
Oh, I think I remember that. I think I do remember
Yeah,
that.
which is insane that they referenced it. Because imagine seeing the Living Tribunal in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should probably wrap this up. So yeah,
Any
this
final
was
words?
What?
Any final words, Visal?
I'm just excited to see Shang-Chi, but I feel like it's not theaters aren't gonna open. I just want to see it in HD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I hope theaters are open for No Way Home, though. I actually want to watch that in
Honestly.
theaters.
I hope,
Yeah.
but honestly, you never
The
know.
trailer I think drops tonight, like the
Tonight, yeah,
HD
9 a.m. Yeah.
9 a.m. Because CinemaCon's probably happening in a few hours, right?
Yeah.
They might, yeah. You see Tom
Hmm.
Holland tweeted, "You guys ain't ready."
Yeah,
Or what was on
exactly.
his Instagram story.
Bro, I've been ready for like 3 months now. They just haven't released it.
Yeah.
Marvel's screaming at Tom Holland right now. They put him in the timeout
Kevin,
corner.
Kevin,
We all
Kevin
know.
Feige is just like slapping all the workers
Yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, that about does it for this episode. Thank you, Visal, for joining us.
Hey man, thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me. It was
Yes.
fun.
Yeah, I know. And thank you everyone for watching. We're Marvelous Musing, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Bye.
See ya.